Hi everybody, my name is Jessy and thank you for joining me today. I wanted to introduce myself a little bit and talk to you about something. I was born and raised in the Philippines. My father is Welsh and English, and so that makes me mixed race. And when I was 7 years old, we moved to the UK. All my life growing up, I was told by the media, by society, that Filipinos were nurses. Filipinos were nurses or cleaners or carers, and that's it. So for most of my life, or most of my childhood, I grew up believing that I was going to be a nurse. Now, that formed a lot of conflict for me because I am such a creative person. I thrive a lot on creativity, on being, colourful. And so for me, the whole lifestyle and the whole idea of becoming a nurse just didn't quite match up to what I really wanted. But still, I was convinced that I needed to be in the healthcare profession. Otherwise, I would be a failed Filipino. I don't know how to describe that rhyme or reason. I don't know how to describe that thought process, but I know that other people feel the same way. Like, society sees your culture and your history as being one way, and so therefore that is how you are. Whether or not they mean harm is completely irrelevant in this topic. It's the fact that it's perpetuating this idea that this one type of people can only have these types of careers. And I'm not going to try and even offend any other cultures based on how other people see them and what kinds of careers they're supposed to have, because I really don't know enough about it. Growing up for me, it was difficult to be able to fully immerse myself into the passion that I wanted, because I was so convinced that, well, it wouldn't matter because the career I'm going to have as an adult is going to be completely different to what I wanted. And it wasn't until I started to get to a point in my life when I realized that actually I had a lot more choices than I realized before, that I had an opportunity to make decisions for myself. And at the time when I was about to go to university, there were bursaries for nursing. So I thought to myself, well, I can do nursing anytime then. If I have to be a nurse, I can do nursing at any time. But the plan for me was to go to university and study journalism and media, because at the time that was my interest. In my head, I wanted to do that because I thought, well, I'm going to be a nurse eventually. I may as well do something that I really enjoy now. And I have to tell you that as an adult right now where I sit, I realize that this thought process or this thought is so ridiculous. Because I'm like, well, why didn't I just start what I wanted to do? Why didn't I guilt-free just go for what I wanted to go for at the time? And actually it's precious. A lot of it is pressure. And it's awkward. It is awkward. I've been sat in conversations before when someone's gone, oh, you're Filipino, so what type of nursing do you do? And it's this, nursing and being a cleaner and being a carer, they're all worthy and amazing professions. But at the same time, it's offensive to have somebody just assume. That takes away part of your identity. People's careers are really important to their identity. Really, the message that I'm trying to share today is that I don't care how old you are. I don't care where you come from. I want to hear and see you start to take ownership over your decisions. I just think that we need to stop setting these limits to ourselves just because this is what society has told us that we need to do, or this is what we were brought up to believe. I have a very close friend of mine. He was also going through the same situation as me, in that he wasn't sure. He felt like he had to go into nursing, but he really wanted to change his passion in creative arts too. And one day he said to me, Jessy, I think you're right. We can do the adult things later, but I want to try and do my passion now. So he ended up planning the same thing as me, going to university and doing what we really enjoyed and what we were really passionate about, and then doing what was expected of us later on. Now, how it happened actually is that we both did very similar things when we graduated, and we had a complete change of mind, change of heart. really. And I think that's a lot to do with the people we met. We were exposed to a lot more diversity, and we were able to meet other people who were also chasing their dreams. And so it became a little bit less ridiculous to go outside of the norms for what was expected of us as individuals. I just want to encourage more people. I'm really thinking about people who are in this moment in their lives, whether you're young or old. I want this idea to be instilled in you that it's not too late to chase your dreams, and that your culture doesn't define what kind of career you're supposed to have. It's okay to follow the norms as long as that's what you want. That's the decision you have made. And so if you are in this job, whether you're just starting out or you're yet to begin, or you're already a CEO of a massive company, I want you to think, does this journey make you happy? Does it fulfill you in the ways that you want it to fulfill you? And is the career or the sector you're in even the one that you wanted? I'm not going to be all about quotes, but Stephen King once said, I believe it was Stephen King, so don't quote me on it, said that the moment that you realize your passion and what you want to do as a career, start from the bottom. Don't be afraid to start from the bottom. Because as long as you're in the right industry, in the right role, you work your way up that way. And that's okay, because that's your journey. Now for the people who are a lot further up in their career, I know it's a little bit more difficult to just be like, okay, well, I'll start from the bottom then. But there are ways, that you can start to incorporate and slowly transition your life into one that you currently have to the one that you eventually want to have. What I'm trying to say is that I don't want you to be held back based on your skin color, where you come from, or what your culture is perceived as by society or in the media. Because the reality is you are such a different person. I'm not just a standard Filipino person. I'm not. And I'm not ashamed anymore. God, that was the first time I've ever said that. I'm not ashamed anymore to be the type of Filipino that I am. Because really, I'm not the type of Filipino. I want you to choose happy. And that does mean being fulfilled in your career. That does mean finding your passion and being like, actually, this is what I'm going to do. I don't want you to choose a job as a cleaner or a retail worker or a carer or a nurse. I don't want you to just choose those jobs just because you've been told that is what you're supposed to do, Because then what about all the things that you work so hard to be passionate about and be good at? I really love writing. I really, really love it. I'm not great at it, but I love it. And if I had gone into nursing, I just don't know if I would have been able to do that. And I don't know if I would have been able to reach that part of myself where I feel inspired and I feel my soul on fire. Whereas I have a sister in the healthcare profession and she loves her job. She really loves her job. You can change what you want to do and you can guilt-free enjoy what you do. I just want to make sure that you are doing that job and you're following that path because that's what you want rather than what you've been told you need to want. So please take this as advice from a friend. Just try and choose happy a little bit more. Don't be limited by what